Well, students, this is a revision tour for dictionary. Okay, that is not a new topic. We had discussed before the exam also, and now I am discussing once again how to handle the dictionary and its different elements. Okay, so we will see few programs and we will see the live practicals also in order to clear our doubts. Okay, to some extent. All right, so that is the thing. So now what is happening, in fact, this dictionary is a kind of thing. So first of all, let tell you a little bit details, little bit of means like how it is can be formed. Dictionary will have a object name. Okay, dictionary is an object. Suppose dict is the object, and you will have what? This one will be the key, and there will be the value. This is the general syntax for creating a dictionary, and this total thing is known as key and value together is known as item. Fine. So you can having more than one item separated by comma. So between key and value there will be a colon symbol. This is actually functioning as a separator between key and value. And between two values, suppose one more, you are taking another key, you are taking, say its name is key 1, and you have taken value 1. So that means the thing is that value 1, this is the second value, means like second item. Okay, so in this way, whenever you are writing the different type of different keys and values, so between them there will be a comma, and this comma is actually functioning as a separator, okay, between the items. All right, I mean amongst the item. Okay, there are more than two values. Okay, two items. Okay, so this comma separator to be used. Okay, so instead of value you can use a set of values in the form of list or in the form of tuple. So first of all, let us work in some in the Python, this form, what you call in interactive form. Let's see, and then we will go for the programming. Fine. So now let us see, let's get activated. Yes, the interactive mode has been activated. So here I am taking a dictionary d1. Okay, first of all, see how could you declare the dictionary, what are the combinations. Okay, suppose 1, you have kept 1. All right, like this you have kept 1. Suppose 2, now you have kept here as 2. All right, now say comma. See, this is an item. Fine, remember this is an item. All right, 3 colon, and then here I am writing 3. Fine. All right, and then say I'm writing 4 out here, sorry, 4 out here, colon, and then I'm typing here, I'm writing here 4. Fine. So these are the things. Fine. So what is the combination here between the key value pair? Key is the one. This is actually numeric and this is string. So this is a numeric string key value combination dictionary. Fine. All right, to remember one thing, this can be mutable. The values given can be mutable, means it can be changed or modified. All right, but the thing is that the key cannot be modified. It is immutable. Fine, this is very important thing, and it can be used as unique one. A key is a unique in a dictionary. Means one more one or one more two as a key you cannot use in dictionary. Okay, so very fundamental things, very fundamental points I am discussing out here today in dictionary. So if you are having problem, you can clear it off because program is quite easy with the dictionary. Fine. So now I have created this dictionary. So how will you understand? Just type d1. All right. So this one will be printed as dictionary. If you want to see the type of the object dictionary, so you just give the type command and then give the dictionary object name, and it will come as type dict. You can see out here. So d1 is a variable or an object of class dict. That's why it is showing you dict. Say for example, suppose you have taken m equals to 10 and say you have typed here type m, then it will show you what you see out here, type m. All right, type is showing int. It is indicating that data type, what kind of data type have you taken. Fine. So the dictionary has been created in one way out here. How? This is a combination between what? This is a combination of integer string. Now we are writing another one. Just suppose d1 I'm giving like this. We are writing another type of dictionary. Now you see out here how many different ways you can. Suppose I'm writing 1 out here and then colon 1 out here. Fine. Then 2 out here, then 2 out here. Okay, this is a string and integer combination. Then I'm writing 3 out here and then it is 3. Then I'm writing 4 out here. Then it is, here it is 4. Fine. Then here it is 5 out here, and then it is 5. All right. Suppose this is a dictionary we have created. Now the combination is bit different from here. It is a type dictionary, but combination is string integer combination. Fine. Now I am entering out here. So dictionary has been created. If there would have been some error, then the type error would have come. D1, you see out here 4, 5, 3, 2, 1. In that way, it has been printed. Dictionary always prints in the descending order. So 4, 5, it has come in this way. So it is quite correct. So how many ways we have seen so far? Integer, string, and string and integer. Now we will create another type that is string. All right. Say 1. Okay. And then you are taking out here also. Okay. Say India. Okay. All right. Now comma. So this is an item. So now suppose 2. Okay. Say you are writing out here. Say USA. All right. Comma. Suppose you are writing 3 out here, and then comma, sorry, colon, and then you are writing out here, say 4. Sorry, not 4, say England. Okay. And say, now you are writing out here, say 4, and say this one is actually Japan. Okay. So I have created a dictionary out here. So what combination is this? This is string combination. Fine. All right. So now you just give D1 and it will show you the entire dictionary. Fine. 4, 3, 2, 1, like that. Understood? Achha. Now one more thing we will do, that D1 equals to what? D1 equals to, now we will take the another combination, say 1 and then say 10. All right. This is numeric. Fine. Then say 2, then 20. Okay. Since these are the numeric values, no single quote will be used. Fine. Then 30, comma, then 4, and then colon, say 40. Okay. Then 5 colon, say 50. All right. Then press enter. Then give D1 and then it will show you the dictionary. So these are the following ways through which you can create the dictionary. So we have seen how many ways? Numeric, integer, numeric and string, numeric, string, and then numeric. These are the 4 different ways that you can create a dictionary. All right. Now suppose I'm taking another dictionary out here. It's a combination of numeric only. So I'm giving out here say 6, 60. Okay. Then 7 colon 70. Then 8 colon 80. All right. 8 colon 80. Fine. Then I'm closing this one. Fine. So now this D has been created. The dictionary has been created. You can see also. Now you see how to update the dictionary. Okay. How to update the dictionary. So I'm writing D1 dot update. Okay. Say D1 dot update. Then bracket I'm giving here D. All right. Then pressing enter. All right. So that has been updated. Now how will you check? Now give just D1. You will see that the dictionary D1 has been updated with D. So that is the thing. So in this way you can update a dictionary. Fine. Now what else we can do is, what else can we do? This way actually the different type of dictionary commands you can handle easily. Okay. So the thing is that when you create the dictionary, you don't copy mine. Okay. You see how I have done and listen the particular explanation properly and try to do it in your own way. That will be better. Fine. So now you see out here D1.update. Now if I want to print the length of D1, say length, then length of the dictionary means how many items are there in the dictionary. If you want to find out, you can give the command len. So it is showing clearly there are 8 values in the dictionary. Fine. Okay. So now say del, if I want to delete any value from there, then del D1, say within bracket you give 3 out here. Fine. Sorry. Yeah. Del, then what will happen? The third item will be deleted. Sorry. Delete is a function call. I'm coming to that. The del command will be used with the dictionary definitely. Okay. Can't delete function call D1. It is an error message has been given to you. that is why the del command you have to use little carefully. Okay, so you have seen here update and len command properly. Fine. So now the next things, just I'm coming to the del command. With the del, what is there? What else is there? You will have the pop command also. Okay, you will have what? You will have the pop command also. So the thing is that here, what is the mistake has been appeared? The mistake is actually del d1, but it has to be given in third bracket. The key name has to be given in third bracket. Fine. So del and then d1, then within bracket 3. So then what will happen? You see, now it is fine. Now you try to print d1, then it will show you this 3 has not been appeared at all. Means it has been deleted from the dictionary. Okay, so I'm closing this. I'm closing this one actually. Okay, so now we will give some. We will see some other set of command as well. Okay, length of d1, till length of d1 you have done, and the del also you have done. Okay, that is the thing. So now we will just close it. I will just close it and we will check it out. Okay, so I will check it out some other command right now. So till the time you just do it out here. Okay, and next is I'm going to the some of the other command. So the dictionary name. Now let us go to the creating the dictionary. How it is to be done. That way you can go. We can go for a very easy program for the dictionary. So this here, the simple iteration using dictionary. Okay, that is to be done. Okay, but this is actually what it is showing by using the for loop. All right. Okay, before that, another program we need to see. First of all, this particular program. Okay, this here everything has been given with the help of documentation. Okay, creation of dictionary means how the dictionary to be created. Here we have considered the list. All the lists are there against the key value. There are 4 key values: name, salary, post, and address. These are the 4 key values, and it contains the 4 keys, and it contains also the values within in the form of list. Okay, so you can see out here the list has been given here in this way. Okay, printing entire dictionary, all the parts has been documented well out here in this program, so you will be able to understand. And printing the elements of the dictionary. What are the elements? Keys and values are the elements. So keys have been printed out here, dict.keys. And what else are there? And here it is also having values. Okay, values means these are the values, and this is the length of the dictionary as I had shown you in the interactive form. And then slash and keys separated means the keys to be printed in a separate manner. Let's execute this program and see that how this is to be done. Okay, so now the thing is that yes, so here the entire dictionary has been printed, which is supposed to be here. Then print dict command, this is the output. And keys means this all 4 keys have been printed. Values have been printed out here. You can see out here values. Okay, these are the values that are there in the dictionary. And dict dot sorry print len dict means this is actually printing the item of the dictionary, that is 4. They are there. And keys separated means separated, the keys value have been printed. What are the things have been printed? Name against the key name has been printed, salary has been printed, and post has been printed. This is the separate way to print the keys. All right, so that is the thing. Clear? So in this way, let us see a small experimentation with that. Okay, let's see whether it is working or not. Okay, let's see. We're just trying. Otherwise, we will do it some different way. All right. So I'm giving out here. Yes, greater than 25,000. Fine. Let's see what it is coming. Okay, so dictionary, if you could not do properly, no, next year we will have a lot of problem in class 12 especially. The data frame programs all are based on the dictionary. Most of the data frame programs are based on dictionary type of object. You see out here. So what it is being shown, out here, you see this particular thing, 25,000. It is showing what keys have been printed and salary is greater than 25,000. Yes or no? Yes, it is there, definitely. Okay, what is there? That's why it is showing out here true. So now what is happening? What I am doing out here, if I am giving here equals to 25,000, here all the relational operator to be used. Okay, that is the thing. Run and then I'm executing the program out here. Okay, you see out here what does it show. Okay, here also it is here actually the thing is that equals to 25,000 is actually showing out here false. Why false? Because in all cases it is not 25,000, maybe in one cases, but in other cases if it would have been 25,000 individual value. That's why to be careful whenever the outputs will be given. That's why I'm showing you it is showing here false, because all the values are not 25,000. Fine, that's the thing. Let us make once 25,000 and see, okay, whether it is functioning and how it is functioning. Let's see. I'm executing. Fine. Okay, run. Okay, I'm executing. This one, you see the output. All right, now you see, now it is coming here false. Okay, so the thing is that this dict salary is not considering its value, so it is showing out here false. Clear? That is the thing. All right, so here greater than or smaller than or equals to, in this way it won't work, but greater than and smaller than, and now if I'm putting less than 20,000, okay, greater than 20,000 it has been given. Now I'm giving now greater than or equals to 25,000. What does it show? Let us see. It is also it is all, well, what does it show? Okay, so there is no harm in experimenting the things, and let us check out whether it is correct or not. Now it is showing us true. So for the greater than sign it is true, and for the equals to and it is coming false. All right, that is the thing. So this is actually a creation of a dictionary. Okay, so in that way, if I am giving all the things and if I am giving greater than 20,000, let's see what is happening when all the values are same. So the thing is that, so all the relational operators cannot be used out here. Now it is showing true since all the amounts are greater than 20,000. So in no circumstances don't use the equals to sign. It will not give the error, but it will not give the correct result also. That is the thing. So these are the few things that that want to disclose, okay, to you. Okay, so and the thing is that it will be better that if you are giving the, if you are writing your program in your own way, you see the program properly, fine, there will be there will be no problem. But the thing is that but the thing is that you will write it in your own way. All right, that's what. Okay, you have seen the pattern of the program. This is just simply creating a dictionary, creating its keys value and its item values and the length of the dictionary, and the separated key values have been printed regarding that. Now let us come to the iteration once, and then you will understand better. Okay, so I'm saving it. This is the iteration actually. For I in D, means I means what it is doing actually. One more program is there. Wait, that's like similar type. Iteration, I think, yeah. This one. So here, what is happening? The in operator in for loop iterates each value of the dictionary. Okay. So for I in D1 means 1 in D1, 2 in D1, 3 in D1, 4 in D1, 5 in D1, and 6 in D1. And as long as the items are existing, the loop will be executing the values. So the iteration will go on. Okay, so that's what the dictionary and its elements have been printed here in this way. Okay, that's what a Python dictionary actually says. Okay, so what you have to do is, you need to manipulate it in such a way that you will be able to work with it, otherwise it can cause problem for you. All right, so this is a simple mode of iteration for I in D1, that is the dictionary, and it is executing as long as the items of the dictionary are being existing. All right, that is the thing. So this is also the similar thing. Okay, another execution also you can see out here. So this is what the program says. This programs from whenever you are getting it in front of you in the YouTube through YouTube video tutorial. So what could you do is that you can note it down, or you can pause for for some time, and then you can see how the things have been taken place, and you can go with it. So here you see in this particular program what happened. Two tuples have been taken and one list has been taken. So a dictionary can have the mixed type also. So here you can take the individual value, you can take the tuple, or you can take the list also, doesn't matter. Okay, so in that way also dictionary works, and it has been iterated well out here. Okay, you see out here wherever is the tuple, it is showing in the bracket, and wherever there is list, it is showing in the third bracket. Right, that's the thing. So this particular dictionary, the dictionary is actually been iterated. Okay, so in this way you will do the dictionary programs. Yeah. So, and whenever you get time, you don't forget to do the practical. Practical is a very important aspect, and until and unless you are not learning the learning how to do the practical, you are not learning the program. There is no point in doing the theory-based programs and whatever is coming and you are writing. Okay, so the thing is that here one thing is another important thing regarding the updation of the things in the form of a program. You see the similar thing that I had shown you in the narrative mode. I'm showing you right now with the in the script mode. Okay, this is called script mode or program mode. Okay, modifying the existing key value, that is the purpose of the update command. Okay, now I am executing this one and then the module I'm doing. So what is coming, you see, it is coming out here. The existing dictionary is this one. Okay, existing dictionary is this one, and this dictionary has been updated with two more values, that is 6:70 and 7:70. Fine. And what is happening at the end? This both the dictionaries have been printed. Fine. So this is the updated form of D1 right now. All right, that is the thing. So in this way, you will be able to handle the dictionary. That is the basics. So what are the basics of the dictionary? Dictionary must have a key value pair. Okay, and each key value together is known as an item. Items will be separated in a dictionary by using comma, and between key and value there will be a colon sign in order to separate them. So the colon sign and the comma are the separators used in the dictionary. Okay, and along with the total dictionary will be enclosed within a pair of curly braces. That is also to be seen properly. Fine. Otherwise, if you are not following this syntax, your dictionary will not be proper. Okay, it will generate error, it will cause problem in the program. Okay, so you have to follow these syntaxes. And one more thing you have to remember, keys are unique in nature. Okay, duplicate keys cannot be created in a dictionary. Keys are immutable, and what else, and the values are mutable. Right, that's what the basic, that these are the fundamental information or the property of dictionary. All right. Okay. Thank you. And kindly implement the practical.